Let's go.
Good afternoon. How you been, brother?
I've been good, man. How you doing?
I've been better. I can tell you that. I got a little bit of news for you.
Yeah, what happened? Tell everybody what happened.
So this past Thursday, I sadly got laid off, and the reason being is because my boss, he has cancer for the second time, and also we were supposed to get 3 state jobs. That was gonna take a year and a half, maybe longer, and my division didn't get any of those. So we had to start laying off people. Since I was one of the newer crew, of course I got laid off first.
This next track be for a money-making player that ain't with us no more.
What up? It's Two Fools You Know. It's the Two Fools You Know podcast.
I'm Gabriel.
The One Fool You Knew podcast.
You can shoot the shit.
Not even shenanigans.
And I was that fool that you did know.
I'm gonna get high right now.
And this is the other fool. There's a fucking bus scraping
You
this
never
whole
knew.
block.
That's the fool that you never knew, because he never sent his art.
But on the other hand, at least I gonna collect this unemployment for a week or two until I find my other job. But
So you did sign up for unemployment?
I heard it just went up to like 600 or something. Oh, like every 2 weeks.
Where do you live, and like how much can you get for unemployment?
I live in Pennsylvania. I think you knew that, but
No, but what? See, I know you live in Pennsylvania, but what town? I don't remember
Huntington.
what town.
So in reference, that's like 3 hours away from Pittsburgh.
So when he tells me like where he lives, I just imagine like an Amish country, like just a bunch of horses and
No,
chariots
all right.
and shit.
So look, this is the easiest way to imagine it. So you know how when you go into Old Town in Albuquerque, you know what I mean? How it's like,
I actually went to Old Town the other day.
I know. I saw your story, so that's why I'm referencing it. So
Okay,
you know how
yeah.
like that was the West, and in every town in New Mexico, we always have a plaza, and that's going to be like where the community started or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So here out east, it's a little different because the homes have been built in like 1898. And instead of it being Old Town, you know, it's
so it's
the
an
town.
Amish. It's an Amish fucking ass place.
No, it's not. They have Amish communities. It's just like the homes and the towns that were built in 1897. They are still functioning as well as they can be in today's society. You know what I mean? Like the homes are still the fucking oldest as can be, but in Albuquerque, at least the town grew. You know, there's Old Town. There's something we could reference to. This is still the major town. It's still fucking old as fuck and nothing's grown.
That's the biggest town?
Yeah, and it's been the same since whatever time they fucking started to build this
We
town.
got hung up on Huntington, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I'd imagine,
anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, this is the Two Fools You Know podcast. And we are on podcast 4. I know we've been gone for a little bit. Gabe was just telling me, what were you just telling me? He just lost his dog right before this podcast. So
Yeah.
That's why I tell you. We don't have a proper intro.
Yeah. That was a little bit of a pain. I called Gene and I was like, just checking in with him. And then I take the dogs out. One of the dogs darts off right into the forest and I have to get off the phone. I go put on my boots, run in the forest.
Skyler, come here, Skyler. He's
Yeah.
looking for a little white boy, bro. If I just seen him, he's looking for a little white boy.
And I say, it's like, Skyler! And then you hear, "Aroo!" No,
Oh, the dog talks?
no, I was joking. That's from a movie called Old Yeller.
So how old are you now, Gabe?
I am 26.
You're 26.
Yeah.
And how old is your girl? That's what we were talking
Oh,
about.
okay,
before we
my
actually
girlfriend's
got on
21. And I've been dating her for over a year now.
So we started talking about like the differences you see.
Yeah.
That she's younger. Like, is that too young?
it was a big worry of
21,
mine.
you haven't even seen no life, bro. You
See,
haven't seen none of this, none of these streets.
No, well, see, like, I thought about it. You know, I really did think about it really strongly. Like, is she too young for me? And our relationship grew really fast. Like, we started dating. 2 months later, we got a place together. And then coronavirus happened. So we were stuck in the same fucking house for 3 months.
You had a relationship forced upon you? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying, like...
like, that's a slippery slope, dog.
No, bruh. You're taking it the wrong way. I'm saying that we started dating. 2 months later, we moved in together. And then coronavirus happened. And then we really got to see if we liked each other. Because we didn't have a choice but to be with each other. You know what I mean? So I guess you're right in a sense. It was sort of forced
don't
upon.
want to say it like
but
that.
in the sense... But it was like the make it or break it, right? So anyway, long story short, 3 months go by. There was a lot of pettiness that I could tell that was, you know, because she was younger, you know.
Like a lot of little kid shenanigans?
Not even shenanigans, just pettiness, you know, like she'll get on her phone and fucking don't talk to me. I don't know how to explain it because I think every person's different. But there's a maturity level from, of course, how old I am to compared to how old she is. You know,
So
and it's something that I could see.
Lacks
What's that?
maturity? Like she's not as mature?
Not when it comes down to arguing. She's a lot more mature when it comes down to like doing the right decision.
Though.
Huh?
You're advanced. You're like a 60-year-old when it's arguing.
Oh yeah, when it's arguing, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, of course she's gonna be less mature.
Yeah, well, she throws a fit. You know, like her favorite thing to do, and she knows it pisses me off, is to grab the keys and be like, "I'm going to my mom's." You know, because then she doesn't answer the phone. She doesn't text me, and I believe all women are like this to an extent, but it's on the level of what I did to piss her off to make her like leave to her mom's. Like, let's say I fucking smoked too much one day, and this is in the past. You know, she would get up and fucking leave.
Right.
You know, I don't know if I'm making any sense or not, but. The maturity level of a 21-year-old compared to a 26-year-old is a little different, especially in a relationship. Because she's used to dealing with young fuckers. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
But
because I'm 26 now, too. I think. I told somebody I was 27 the other day. Or vice versa.
You are 27.
I'm 26. I'll be 27. In July.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I had to look it up, bro. I genuinely forgot how fucking old I was.
Oh, I do too. I always tell people I'm 24. I still believe I'm 24. I catch myself all the time. Like, how old are you? 24? And then I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm 26. I don't know why, but my brain is stuck. I swear to God.
In Denver, bro.
Yeah, exactly. No, I was 23. Or yeah, I was 24 in Denver. I was probably 23 and 24 in Denver. But you know what? I haven't heard much from you. What have you been up to? We really haven't talked in about a month.
Yeah, we haven't talked. And yeah, people have been asking about this podcast, so we just said let's run it today. We had a minute.
Yeah.
It is, what's today? It's Saturday the 23rd?
It is Saturday the 23rd, yes.
January 23rd. So shout out to everybody who's catching this podcast. Yeah, no, I've just been working like crazy, man.
I know. I've been checking your one thing I want to give you props on is your TikTok and your Snapchat. Oh shit. This fucking bitch. Gotta take a break. 1 second.
Man, you won't get it out of me.
Come around.
Get it out of me. Man, you won't get it out of me.
Bandit says a lot, but it's gonna come around. Bandit says a lot, but it's gonna come around.
Bandit says a lot, but it's gonna come around.
Bandit says a lot, but it's gonna come around. Bandit says a lot, but it's gonna come around. Bandit says a lot, but it's gonna come around. So I just want to give you props on your TikToks and your Snapchat stories, because I remember literally about maybe 6 months to a year ago, I was like, bro, you need to get on Snapchat. You need to get on TikTok. And you're like, no, fool, that's for hotos. Those are for young folks.
I did not say that was for hotos, bro.
And then now look at you. Look at you now.
Like that.
Huh?
I would not make a gender slur about hotos. I respect all hotos.
Yeah, exactly. Afraid of getting canceled.
No one can cancel me, dog. We pay for all this own shit.
Don't front.
No, but yeah, TikTok and Snapchat have definitely been my outlets lately.
I actually have.
I like how it goes away, you know?
Yeah. So I have something to tell you that might encourage you to use Snapchat more. And I just learned this information last night. So there's this thing called Spotlight on Snapchat, and it's very similar to TikTok. But you can make videos. There's this kid, since November, he's made $2.3 million from just making Snapchat videos. And all you do is you post a video. You could post every 5 minutes, and they give away $1 million to the top 100 videos.
I have heard about this, yeah.
You heard about it?
This was actually brought up, on Impulsive.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. If you look at these TikTok kids, like a lot of them, bro, they're making a shit ton of money. Like I think Snapchat has to do this to kind of compete with TikTok.
Well, have you looked at Snapchat stock at all?
No, should we bring that up?
Booming. Ever since they started this Spotlight thing, their stock has been booming.
I didn't realize Snapchat was public.
What's that?
I didn't realize Snapchat was like a public stock, like a public company. Pulling this up right now. So you can get Snapchat stock right now, as we're talking, for $53.57. And so it's not too bad.
No, but
it's been down. It's down almost a point on Friday.
Well, how much has it came up, let's say, in the past 2 weeks? Like, what was the stock at 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Let's see what's today. So on the 14th, it hit a low.
Yeah.
And that was at $49.03.
Okay.
So, I mean, it rose $4 up to the, like, 21st-ish.
That's incredible, though.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty dope. I'm honestly surprised it's this cheap. I think anybody who could have jumped on, like, a Facebook or something would have done it then, you know?
Well, Facebook has been trying to buy Snapchat for years. They just don't want to sell.
Isn't that kind of like what happened with Instagram?
Well, exactly. They were trying to. Facebook was trying to take over Snapchat, and if they would have bought Snapchat, this is what I heard, they would have shut it down because Snapchat's competing with Instagram. So it was Mark Zuckerberg's idea to buy Snapchat and shut it down. I don't know how true that is, but that's just what I heard.
Give me 1 second. I'm looking at some stats. So I wanted to look up the net worth. So, yeah. So if this puts it in perspective, Facebook is worth $527 billion.
Who does?
Do you want to guess Facebook? You want to guess what Snapchat is worth?
Sure. I would say close to $1 billion.
Right on.
Yeah.
$1 billion. They have $4 billion in assets.
Yeah.
That's according to Snapping.
Okay.
Yeah, that was before. But I mean, it just shows like how much Facebook just controls the shit, bro.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
I feel like if they wanted Snapchat enough, I think the deal with Snapchat is they won't actually sell it.
No, they don't want to.
Yeah.
Doing what I want till I get it right. She gon' get ready till she get it right. You can climb in and get over. I'm the one that they ask that you know.
Yeah, your homeboy.
John Doe.
Your homeboy's in office.
We be dope from New Mexico.
How do you,
Chicago.
honestly,
The homeboy's
like,
out of office. That's more important.
no, I do have a question.
It could have been The Rock.
How do you feel with Biden in office?
I mean, I can't say much. It's been super recent, you know. I did watch his like inauguration speech.
Yeah, so did I.
Cool.
Thought it was shit.
You did?
I'm just kidding. I watched it, but
I did notice he forgot some shit. Like he mispronounced some words.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's the shit that you worry about with Biden.
Well, see,
Sleepy Joe Biden.
there's a good topic we should do some research on for ourselves and for everyone else. Is, do you know what the Democratic Party stands for? Like, do
For
you know
democracy,
what
obviously.
Biden? Are you just going because it was against Trump and you just didn't like
Yes,
Trump, so you
100%.
voted for Biden?
Yes, 100%.
Or do you really know what
I
the
would have
Democrats?
voted for you, bro.
Huh?
I would have voted for you.
Over
Put
Trump.
you in it. Yes.
You just didn't like Trump.
Correct. 100%.
And is it because of the racial standards, or is it because of his actual
Yeah,
political party?
No, I think he wasn't bad at what he did. I just think he created a lot of divide. and
Yes, I
it's-
totally agree with that too. And when the government told him to stand, like when the protests were happening, or the riots, right?
That boy called in riots.
Yeah,
Our
yeah.
podcast has missed. Our podcast has not been on since before these fucking riots.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah, I saw like a dude in a fucking buffalo hat.
Oh yeah.
carrying a
He's getting
fucking
a lot of
podium.
press right now.
Podium.
One thing about that guy is what he did that was sort of clever. Is not clever in the sense of I don't like what he stands for, but what I'm saying is he used Trump's words against him. You know, he was saying Trump told us to come here. You know, and in that fucking speech, he was saying, Trump did say, like, let's march down to the Capitol.
Yeah, he
No.
definitely did.
But he said, let's march. And there's a lot of marches. Like, I've been to a march in D.C.
I bet you ain't never been to a KKK march.
No.
That's what these motherfuckers
Yeah,
are
no,
doing
I
out
went
there,
to, but listen to this. I went to, Pro Lives Matter. So they're against abortion, okay? Thousands and tens of thousands of people. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, if these people really want change, why don't they just start, like, throwing Molotovs and shit? You know what I mean? And I was thinking, I was like, if they really want change, they need a riot. And I talked with my family member who took me there, and he's like, no, that's not the way, blah, blah, blah. So to actually see this happen, you know, like, the Proud Boys, those fuckers, they're pretty much today's version of KKK, I believe.
Bro, okay, I'm going to stop you right there because we do have some breaking news right now. We're
Okay.
breaking news on this podcast right now.
Really?
Shout out Two Fools You Know podcast. Larry King is dead at 87 after a battle with COVID-19.
Wow.
Do you know who Larry King is?
Of course I know who Larry King is.
Yeah, that's fucking heavy, bro.
We can't be people who do podcasts and not know who Larry
And
King
not
is.
know who this. I'm like, I hope this dude knows who this is.
Oh, yeah. He interviewed
Shout
the
out to Larry
best of
King.
them. So
He was
at what
on
age?
TV 87.
Oh, okay. He's looked the same for a long time. You know what I mean? Like,
But he was on TV the whole time, his whole life, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably just got, like, until he got COVID.
was he
probably
with
on it.
NBC or ABC? I think it's NBC.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, fucking crazy.
Gotcha. But yeah, That's pretty crazy.
So we're breaking news now, boy.
So how long ago was that posted?
This is, let's see when this posts. 1:23 at 5 a.m. this morning.
Okay. So what time is it?
It's 9:30 in the mountains in New Mexico.
It's fucking almost 12 o'clock here.
Shout out New Mexico though. You know what? It's like I've kind of fallen like back in love with this city since I've been back.
No, brother. You got fucking tied back to that city. That's it.
I was already tied into the city, so it wasn't that hard.
What was that saying we used to say? Come on vacation, leave on probation. Do you remember that back in the day?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's still a meme somewhere.
And that's the exact state you're in mentally. You sort of went there on vacation and now you're fucking stuck. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not on probation.
No, I know you're not on probation. I'm using it as a term, like you're stuck. Like you fell back in love with New Mexico without.
Yeah, no, I mean I don't view it like that. I mean I was planning a trip to Los Angeles before I took my recent job, so I just feel like I'm seeing a lot more wealth than I ever thought that was here, I guess.
Oh, in the Heights.
Right. Yeah. I went to the Netflix facility the other day. Bro, there's like a little fucking town up there.
Bro,
like,
they said that Albuquerque's going to be the new capital of filming. Like, it's going to be the new LA.
Bro. If you see this fucking facility, you would fucking believe it.
Oh, I do. They've been saying this for a long time, though. Think of all the movies that have been filmed.
The Netflix deal put it over the top.
What's that?
The Netflix deal put it over the top.
Oh, yeah. They're the ones who closed the deal, for sure.
It's just taxation is so little out here on movie productions and things like that.
Oh, and that's exactly what they want. You know, New Mexico is literally crying to say, come film here.
Exactly. And then, yeah, if you're LA, you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Give me all your money to fucking stay here.
It's like, the LA producers are like, should I pay $3.3 million for a week of filming, or should I pay $300,000 for a week of filming?
$10,000.
And that's taxes included? What? You know what I mean? Like, so one thing I want to ask you, this is like more on a personal level, but I'll ask it on the podcast, is what's like the crime out there compared to what we grew up in? You know what I mean?
I mean, it's definitely still out here. You know what I notice a lot more is like there's definitely more homeless out here, you know? I mean, it's still very dead. Like, you drive through Central and things are still boarded up. Like, businesses are still closed. Like, it's, yeah.
What about...
I'd say it's more poverty than crime, but, I mean, they are kind of hand in hand.
Doing what I want till I get it right. She gon' get ready till she get it right. You can climb in and get over. I'm the one that they ask that you know of. John Doe, Pronto. We be dope from New Mexico to Chicago.
No, it didn't get smashed. So I just bought a new car. It's a grandma mobile, but it does its job. It's a 2016 Hyundai Elantra.
You know, you shouted out your Hyundai
on
the last podcast.
You know what?
When you got it.
What's that?
When you got it, like 2 days before our last podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, I already shot. All right, then. So about a couple weeks ago, I was at work, and I get a call from my girlfriend, and she's yelling through the phone like, "There's a fucking bus scraping this whole block." And I'm like, "What?" So she goes to explain that there's this arm that's on the bumper, the front bumper, that extends out. And it's only supposed to go, you know, like, let's say a 90-degree angle. So it's supposed to stick out so kids can't walk in front of the bus. And for whatever reason, that arm was bent a whole 180. So it was.
So I've never seen this fucking arm we're talking about. I know the one that comes out and
The
says,
stop
like,
sign, yeah,
like,
yeah.
fucking
So
stop.
no, it's not that. This
But
is
there's
at
one
the
that comes
bumper.
out of the front.
Yeah, the bumper. You know, like the original sign that you're talking about is on the side, like where the mirror would be. You know,
The
like
motherfucker used to pull it back, like
yeah. No, you're thinking of the door. They used to pull the door back.
I'm pretty sure they used to pull that fucking sign back too.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. But anyway, so she calls me. She's saying that this arm is 180 degrees, smacking our whole block. So she calls the cops and files a report. Tells our neighbors. Tells our neighbors. Next thing we know, the police officer tells her this bus hit 10 blocks. And my girlfriend was the only one who like reported it. So we got all, big old insurance.
She's the only one who's seen it. So you know what's crazy? I bet you she's the only one who got paid for it.
No. We've talked with all our neighbors. Every car that's damaged, because we all filed police reports that day.
All together? Did you all do one or what?
No. You have to file for each car.
Your fucking town's so tiny. You're like, we're about to walk over to the sheriff. Like, we're about to go to the mayor's house.
I literally live 2 blocks away from the
mayor. I'm sure there's a residence. I'm pretty sure.
I'm saying the courthouse. Yeah, the courthouse, you dumbass.
Yeah, no.
Not
I
the
just
judge's
imagine
house.
your town so small that you could just walk over to Mayor fucking John's house.
It's not that small. It's probably the size of Santa Fe. You know what I mean? Or smaller. It's a little smaller than it's actually.
It's definitely smaller than Santa Fe.
Yeah. So it's like how Rio Rancho used to be, like when we were in high school. No, that's
Rio Rancho was just like a fucking desert, bro. You would think that's where the hills have eyes were at.
No, that's where the hills
now
are.
Rio
There's
Rancho.
a lot of beautiful homes in Rio Rancho.
Ow.
There
Not
has
when we
been
were
since
fucking
we've been in
growing up.
fucking middle school.
No, bro. I need to see these homes.
Yeah, you never saw them, but they were there. Remember when we used to go up to the mall? Up in Rio Rancho?
You're talking about around there. That's not Rio Rancho, bro.
What is that?
That's Albuquerque.
No, that's Rio Rancho, bro.
Yeah, it's like...
It's Rio Rancho.
I mean,
it's a
if you
suburb
keep going,
of
bro,
Albuquerque.
Right down that road, you'll get to like Corrales.
Yeah, but Rio Rancho's a sub...
Is farther than that. Farther than Corrales. Corrales kind of like splits it.
But am I right or am I wrong? So... I remember, let's see, we could take Rio Grande the whole way to Rio Rancho, right?
No, bro, you could take Rio Grande all the way to freaking Alameda.
Okay, no, you're going the wrong
That's
direction.
Where it stops.
So remember when I used to live on Rio Grande in Candelaria?
Bro, that's what I'm telling you.
And if you make a right,
all the way that way.
if you go right, let's say you're coming from the fucking John Brooks.
Yeah.
And you're going towards my house. You're passing Valley High School's on your right.
Here. You're just bro, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I haven't been there in
take that
so
all the
many
way up,
years.
that's like the North Valley all the way up to like Alameda. And you can still keep going, like up 4th Street, up 2nd Street.
You're
okay. Like Paseo.
Yeah.
Man, you won't get it out of me.
Is there anything else? Ooh, I think Mike Rose here.
Man, you won't get it out of me.
It's nice talking with everyone. I hope you guys have a good day. See you next time.